Hey guys, this is Shavasana and welcome to Power Yoga Devotion and Motion. This special class is from our online training in advanced yoga sequencing available at interdimensionacademy.com. Interdimension Academy is for people that really want to deepen their practice and also become a certified yoga instructor in our unique holistic yoga flow method. Keep in mind that all content is pre-recorded, so you can start anytime, you can move through the training at your own pace, and it never expires. So if you're especially interested in learning our unique formula for how we sequence and how we create classes, check out interdimensionacademy.com. Also, please do me a favor and hit that YouTube subscribe button down below. And then after that, let's go ahead and jump into our flow. I'll see you on the mat. Welcome to Power Yoga Devotion and Motion. This is going to be an example of a sequence to yoga philosophy. And you might remember from the 8 limbs of yoga how we learned about the 5th niyama, which is Ishvara Pranidhana, which means celebration of the divine or devotion to a higher power. So let's go ahead and get started, coming down onto our backs into reclining. And then either come into reclining teepee pose, allowing the feet to open out the width of your yoga mat, let the knees knock in, or you could come to reclining butterfly pose where the soles of the feet join and the knees open out, just wherever it feels most comfortable for that lower body as we begin this practice. Helen Keller said, "The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt by the heart." Let's place a hand or two over top the chest, the heart area, just making physical connection to that heart. And I'll invite you at this point to bring into your mind, to bring into your heart, a place that represents the divine and the sacredness for you, whether that's a church, a temple, somewhere in nature, maybe somewhere you've traveled to where devotion was just infused into the environment. And begin to recall the sights and the sounds, the smells of this environment, invoking that energy of a force bigger and larger than you. Feeling that deeper, sacred, spiritual connection. Breathing into it. Starting to feel that energy of devotion just moving through all those dimensions of you. Good, and then from here, see if you can bring into your heart somebody that you know in your life, or maybe even a place on the planet right now that could use some good energy. And see if you can dedicate this practice, devotion and motion, to this person or this place or this group of people that are suffering, struggling. Whatever way resonates for you, just expressing that internally. I dedicate this practice to your well-being. In a few moments, we'll move through a pranayama, Viloma number 1, where we pause the breath in the middle of the inhale And as you do that, really feeling that connection to the lungs, to the chest, and to the heart. So we'll start off by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, filling the lungs, the chest up, breathing right into the middle of the heart. Sigh it out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, now inhale through the nose for 1, 2, pause the breath. And then inhale all the way to the top for 3 and 4. And then out the nose, exhale for 4. 3, 2, 1. A few more like that. Inhale for 1, 2, pause the breath. And then inhale all the way to the top for 3 and 4. And then exhale, let it go for 4. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Fill the lungs up with breath. And then sigh it out the mouth. Exhale, let it go. And then just allow that rhythm of breath to continue to move in a steady, even way. Before we start to move our body, silently repeating an ancient mantra, which is Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, which means the jewel within the lotus of the heart. So on your own, several times, just repeating that mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Beautiful, you guys. Allow that mantra to go, but bring that spirit of the jewel with you into the physical practice, the jewel of compassion and the jewel of devotion. From here, reach the hands forward, grab the shins, draw the knees into the belly, into the torso, give it a little hug, a little squeeze. Plant the feet flat on the ground about the width of the hips, knees to the sky. Extend those arms straight out in front of you along your yoga mat, setting up for the flowing bridge. So on an inhale, lift the hips and bring the arms slowly all the way up over your head, expand. And then on the exhale, reverse that, slowly lower the arms and the lower back down. A few more like that. Inhale, press into the feet. And then exhale, lower down nice and slowly. Good. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Feel that expansion, that openness. And exhale all the way back down. This time, inhale, come up and then hold as those arms come all the way up overhead, taking 3 or 4 breaths there. Take a final goodbye inhale there. And then exhale, reverse the arms and the lower back, the hips down onto your yoga mat. Good. Now reach forward, grab the shins again, draw the knees, the thighs back into the belly, the torso, and then begin to rock forward and backward a few times. And after a couple of rocks there, go ahead and rock and roll your way up to seated. Come to tabletop pose, all fours position, and then go ahead and step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Hold there, taking a couple of breaths. As you lift the navel up towards the front of the spine, you lengthen the tailbone back by the heels. Shifting forward onto the tips of those toes. Take a goodbye inhale there in plank pose. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down, 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 down onto the ground. Release the tops of the feet, extend back to those toes, and then Sphinx pose. Slide the elbows to come right underneath those shoulders. And those forearms, just like railroad tracks, parallel with each other. And the skin of the forearm draws back as the heart extends forward through the gateways of the shoulders, and you drive and press down into those elbows. Chin ever so slightly tilting down as those toes extend back. Feel free to stay here, or if you'd like a deeper back bend, we can borrow from the yin yoga tradition and come into a seal pose by sliding the hands forward, opening the fingers out, pressing down into those hands, drawing those arms towards straight. And that gives you that deeper backward bend. So this sequence is inspired by yoga philosophy. Remember, it's all about Ishvara Pranidhana, that devotion, that celebration of the divine. On a physical level, moving through a whole plethora of backward bends is a way to open up that physical heart. So feeling that right now, if you decided to elect the seal pose, take a goodbye inhale there, and then exhale, lower slowly the elbows down onto the ground. Take a goodbye inhale there in Sphinx. And then exhale, lower the chest, the head, and slide the hands back by the ribs towards a cobra position. Beautiful. Now from here, cobra on an inhale. Go ahead and lift the chest, lift the heart up. And then bend the knees on an exhale so both heels draw in towards your two sit bones. And then lift up even higher on an inhale, pressing down into the palms, heart and chest to the sky. And then downward facing dog on the exhale, feet down, tuck the toes, lift those hips all the way up and back. First down dog of the class, feel free to move the body around in any way that feels right, that feels good. So we know that Hatha Yoga is the yoga of physical postures. We also learned in the 200-hour teacher training that there's other branches of yoga, and one of the main branches is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the yoga of devotion. It's connecting to that energy of the heart. See if you can allow that Bhakti Yoga to mix with that Hatha Yoga and see what that kind of alchemy begins to produce for you. Take a goodbye inhale, gently press those hips back. And then on an exhale, walk your feet forward all the way to the top of your yoga mat. Spread the feet out about the width of the hips. And then flat back on an inhale, extend the heart up and out. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Circle those arms up to the sky. On an inhale, upward salute. And then hands to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart, pausing there, closing the eyes, bringing that awareness back to the heart, which is connected to Anahata, the heart energy center. And this is connected to that Bija mantra, Yam, Y-A-M. So let's chant Yam together one time. Take a full inhale through the nose. Good, now we'll chant the mantra Om together. Big deep inhale. Beautiful, you guys. From here, go ahead and blink the eyes open. Circle those arms up to the sky on an inhale. From here, we're gonna bend the elbows and gently lean back and look up. So elbows draw in towards the ribs. Good, inhale, reach those arms back up to the sky, upward salute. And then again, bend those elbows on the exhale.
Drawing those elbows down towards the ribs. Yeah. One more time. Inhale, reach those arms back up. And then exhale, pull those elbows to the ribs. Gently lean back. Feel that expansion. That's it. Inhale, both arms back up to the sky. Forward fold. Exhale, you dive. Flat back on the inhale. Step back to plank pose. Go ahead and lower down. Same exhale. Just like we did earlier, cobra on an inhale, chest up. And then bend the knees, both feet draw in towards the hips on the out breath. And then lift up a little bit higher on the inhale, deepen the back bend. And then down dog, exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. As we begin to find a little bit of devotion and motion. So your heart is like the engine that drives your body through the flow. First warm-up series, here we go. Take an inhale, draw those hips back, sink in. And then exhale, walk or jump, both feet forward, top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, extend out. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Circle those arms up to the sky on the inhale, and then bend the elbows to the ribs on the exhale. Gently lean back and look up. Inhale, upward salute, arms above. Forward fold, exhale, chest over thighs. Flat back on the inhale, lengthen long through the spine. Step or jump back and lower down, strong but light. Cobra on the inhale, chest up. Bend those feet in on the out breath. Lift up a little bit higher on the inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Repetition plus awareness equals mastery or skillfulness. If I repeat something but I'm not aware of what I'm doing, then I'm never gonna reach that level of mastery. So the awareness is really, really key. See if you can allow that awareness to pervade every little micro movement that you do. Take an inhale, drive back tops of the thighs. And then exhale, walk, jump, or fly. Flat back on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Circle those arms up, inhale, root to rise. Elbows to the sides, exhale, shoulder blades contract. Inhale, arms lift up and elevate. Forward fold, exhale, chest and torso drape. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back and lower slow all the way onto the belly, exhale. Cobra on the inhale, chest up. And then bend those feet in on the out breath. Maybe lift a little higher on the inhale, and then down dog, exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Beautiful. So for this next round, we're gonna add in chanting the mantra Yam. Every time you breathe out, every time you exhale, we'll chant the mantra Yam. So it really does become devotion and motion. You're bringing that sound vibration, that mantra with you into the movement. So take an inhale, stretch back, and then as you come to the top of the mat, chant the mantra Yam. Yam. Flat back on the inhale, chant Yam as you fold, exhale, Yam. Inhale, rise and fly, both arms up to the sky. As you bend the elbows, Yam. Both arms up on the inhale, reach. And as you fold, Yam. Flat back on the inhale. Come back and lower on the Yam, exhale. Yam. Inhale, cobra. Bend the feet in on the Yam. Yam. Lift up higher on the inhale, and then back to down dog on the Yam. Yam. Good, you guys. Now for this last round, we're gonna do the yam again, but we're also gonna close the eyes. And by closing the eyes, again, just feeling that connection to the heart. Eyes closed, every time you breathe out, chanting yam. Here we go. Inhale, press back. Exhale, top of the mat on yam. Yam. Flat back inhale. Fold on yam. Yam. Inhale, rise, upward salute. Elbows bend on the yam. Yam. Arms up, inhale. And then fold on the yam. Yam. Flat back, inhale. Step back and lower on the yam. Yam. Cobra, inhale. Bend the feet in on the yam. Yam. Lift up higher, inhale. And back to dog on the yam. Yam. Beautiful, hold there. So in yoga and many of the ancient wisdom traditions, we have form and we have content. Form in this scenario is the physical posture, it's the asana. The content is the awareness. It's the bhavana, it's that spirit, it's that devotion. Form without content is a weak form. So ideally, we want both. So again, see if you can continue to bring that devotion, bring that spirit of awareness with you into the physical form. Take an inhale, press back, moving on. Exhale, walk or jump, both feet top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, and then forward fold on the exhale. Good, bend the knees, take a seat, chair pose, reach those arms all the way up to the sky as you take a seat back into that invisible chair. Good, one last inhale there in chair. Stand up on the exhale, draw those elbows back to the ribs. Reach those arms up to the sky, inhale, upward salute. And then hands behind the back, exhale, interlace. Take an inhale, knuckles down, lean back, gently look up, and then fold over and down on your out breath. Hold there for one inhale to deepen the stretch, and then relax the hands down on the out breath to the floor. Flat back on the inhale, extend out through the heart. Step or jump back and lower down, vinyasa. Cobra, upward dog on the inhale, and then downward facing dog on the exhale. Right leg lifts up on an inhale, and then right foot flows forward, top of the mat on the exhale. Spin the back foot flat, and then rise up to a warrior one. So both arms come all the way up to the sky. As you work that outer left hip forward towards the front of the mat, as you spiral that inner left thigh back, as you reach those arms up towards straight. Good, go ahead and straighten the right knee, right thigh. Take a big inhale, reach up and gently lean back, and then fold on top of that. Right leg, right thigh, hands come down wherever it feels right for you. Could be blocks, could be props, could be the floor, could be on top of that right foot, just wherever it feels good. And how about a sweet little stretch across the whole back of that right leg? As it was so beautifully said, the body is like the garage where the soul is parked. So we're just taking care of that garage on a physical level through every pose and every movement that we do. Now from here, driving down strong into that lower body. On an inhale, reverse what you just did as you reach those arms all the way back up to the sky. And then on the exhale, bend the right knee, right thigh, draw those elbows back to the ribs. And then warrior one, inhale, arms lift up. And then exhale, vinyasa, go ahead and lower all the way down on that same exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Beautiful, other side, left leg floats up, inhale. Top of that mat, exhale, spin the back foot flat. And as you're ready, rise up, Veerabhadrasana 1. The warrior. This time taking that outer right hip, turning that forward as you spiral that inner right thigh back. As you press down strong to the outer blade of that back right foot. Go ahead and straighten that left knee, left leg. Take an inhale, reach up, lean back. And then exhale, fold down right on top of that lap. Just making sure if you are hypermobile that you do have a little micro bend in that left knee. So the very top of your left calf slightly presses forward. That way you're not impinging into that knee joint. Never collapsing into the joint. I'm always utilizing the musculature and the tissue around those links of my bodily chain. Pressing down strong into the lower body on the inhale, reach those arms all the way back up to the sky high. And then bend your left thigh, draw those elbows towards the sides. Back to warrior one, inhale, reach as we move on. And then exhale, vinyasa, just moving with the breath. Good, inhale, cobra up dog, moving with the devotion. Exhale, down dog, bringing it into motion. Especially now as we begin to come into that second warm-up series flow. So here we got one breath, one movement. One breath, one movement, elevating that heart rate. And getting that blood just moving through all the channels of the body. So here we go, second warm-up series flow. Take an inhale, draw it back, sink in a little more. And then exhale, walk or jump, both feet top of the mat, feet about hips width apart. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, chair, wide feet. Stand up, elbows to ribs. On the exhale, lean back. Good, inhale, upward salute, arms up. Hands behind the back, exhale, interlace. Lean back, inhale, chest high. And then exhale, dive all the way down, shoulder release. Hold for that inhale. Release the hands to the floor, exhale. Nice, you guys, flat back on the inhale. Step or jump back and lower down on the exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale, let that heart shine. Exhale, down dog in the flow, right leg up, inhale. Top of the mat, back foot flat, exhale. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Straighten the right leg, exhale. Lean back on the inhale. Fold on top of the right leg, exhale. Good, come back up, inhale, reverse, arms to the sky. And then bend the right knee. Bring those elbows to the sides. Good, warrior one, inhale, arms up. And then vinyasa, lower all the way down. Bhakti in motion. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, down dog, left leg up. Inhale. Flow it deep, exhale. Rise up, Veerabhadrasana 1. Exhale, straighten the left knee. Inhale, lean back gingerly. Exhale, fold down meticulously. Good, inhale, rise, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, elbows to the ribs as you rebend left thigh. Inhale, warrior one, reach. And then vinyasa, lower all the way down with impeccable strength. Good, inhale, so moving with solid form. Exhale, down dog, hold there, big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. And remember, you dedicated this practice to somebody or something. And I know for myself, when I'm doing something for somebody other than me, it allows me to tap into a whole other depth of energy, of strength, of courage. So anytime you have those moments of weakness or those moments of doubt, remember, this is for somebody else. Next round, inhale, press it back. Exhale, walk or spring top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose, inhale, arms up. Stand up, elbows to ribs, gently lean back. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, behind the back, fingers interlace. Inhale, chest up, lean again. Exhale, hinge all the way down. Good, hold for the inhale to deepen. Release the hands down, exhale. Flat back on the inhale. Step or jump back, lower down on the exhale. Inhale as we produce a little warmth, a little fire. Exhale, down dog, right leg up, inhale. Right foot flows deep, exhale. Inhale, rise, Vira 1. Exhale, straighten right leg. Inhale to lean back. Exhale to fold on top of the lap. Good, inhale to root to rise, both arms to the sky. Exhale, elbows bend and right thigh is deep. Good, inhale, reach, arms high. Exhale, vinyasa, lower down, enjoying the devotional ride. Inhale, the bhakti and the hatha. Exhale, down dog, left leg up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flow it through. Inhale, rise, steady and smooth. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, fold down, hit that perfect spot. Good, inhale, rise, both arms come up. Exhale, bend the left knee and those elbows. Inhale, reach, warrior 1 flow. Exhale, lower down, still moving with soul. Inhale, blending the form and the content, the pose and the F. Exhale, back, down dog, breathe. Woo. Good, you guys. And I think about some of these places. I've been so blessed to visit Vrindavan, India, where you go there and they have more temples, I think, than anywhere else on the planet. Chanting and mantras and devotion and bhakti yoga just everywhere. It's almost like being in a whole different planet. And you can't help but feel swept up into just, again, that force that's larger than you. So much of the spirit of devotion of bhakti is like helping us move beyond the small self into the big self. Moving from what's called the small body of fear into that large body where all things are possible. Let's flow through one last round of these and then we'll move on. Take an inhale, stretch back in the dog. Exhale, walk or fly. Flat back, inhale, hard out. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, sweet chair. Stand up, exhale, elbows to the ribs. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands behind the back to interlace. Inhale, sternum up, and then I lean back. Exhale, fold down, tension pours out of the upper back. Hold for the inhale, hands to the floor, exhale. Flat back, inhale, breath is vibrant. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, vinyasa. Inhale, arch in the back. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg up, inhale. Right foot deep, exhale. Inhale, rise from a strong foundation. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, fold on top of that lap. Good, inhale, reach both arms to the sky. Pause there. Bring the hands behind the back for the reverse prayer. Good, so a little bit of a detour here. Just take a moment, see if you can get your hands together. Or you can bring your 2 hands to a fist and press those together as well. If the hands are in prayer, see how high up the spine you can slide those. Good. Now, start to lean back here. Pull the shoulder blades in. And as you lean back, keeping that chin slightly down so your neck stays long. And in this backward bend, filling up that whole entire lung space with breath. Huge, deep, penetrating inhales. Oh, good. Now start to lean forward on an inhale. Gradually start bending that right knee. And then shift up, take flight as we challenge the balance in a dynamic second warm-up series flow. Because in my yoga class, I get strength, balance, flexibility, and stamina. Good, the heart is extending forward, the left leg is driving back, the breath is in the flow, and the mind is deep in that Bhakti Yoga Ishvara Pranidhana zone. Good, now take those arms, spread those out wide like wings. Good, maybe you lift the hands a tad higher than the shoulders and draw the shoulder blades towards each other. So that chest and the collarbone area just broadens and brightens. Now reach those arms straight out in front of you, traditional warrior 3. And the stronger the variation, the stronger that you show up with presence and focus and breath. Good, now from here, back to warrior 1. Softly drop the left foot back, reach the arms up, take a big inhale there. Elbows to the ribs, exhale to bend. Good, now let's move on. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Vinyasa, lower all the way down. Elbows shaving those ribs. Huge inhale, chest up, shoulders back, everything expands. Exhale back, down dog, almost there. Left leg up, inhale. And then left foot deep, exhale. Inhale, rise like you're on a mission. Exhale, straighten the left knee, left eye. Inhale, lean back, the mission of devotion. Exhale, fold on top of the thigh. Good, inhale, reverse that, arms up, pause there for a moment. Hands behind the back, reverse prayer, or I bring my hands to fists. Few moments there, just sliding those hands as high up the spine as can be. And then a little bend in that front left knee, start to lean forward, and then take flight. Shift all the way up onto that left foot, left leg. We call this take 2. And then spread those arms out wide as can be. And then feel that bottom left leg strong underneath you. And then reach those arms straight out in front of you with that mentality to bring it on. Bring on the fierceness. Bring on the heat. Bring on the strength. You got this. Good. Now come all the way back to warrior 1. Stick the landing. Take a big inhale. Reach up. And then elbows bend to the ribs. Open it wide. Good. Now inhale. Reach those arms up. And then vinyasa, lower all the way down on that exhale. Huge inhale, sweet cobra, upward dog. Exhale back, down dog. Huge inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, let it go. Woo. All right, you guys, it's happening. It's happening. I'm in the midst of a sweet, dynamic power yoga flow. But it feels so good because that heart component is involved. From here, shift forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Take an inhale there, and then lower slow on the exhale, all the way onto the ground, onto your belly. Good, now from here, start to bend your back left foot in. Reach back with your left hand and grab the outer edge of your left foot, left ankle. See if you can get the outer edge of the foot if possible. Take the right arm and reach it straight out in front of you. And then start to lift your chest up. Lift your right arm up, lift your right leg up, and lift your left thigh. So basically everything lifting up except your lower belly. Good, we call this the belly archer. So your right arm's extending forward, but in an opposite direction, the left shin and the right leg's reaching backward. So feel that Vyana Vayu that we see within these back bends, that vitality and that life force that moves outward. Take one last inhale there, and then exhale, ease your way down to the ground. Release the back left foot, left leg, and then bend the right foot in. Reach back with your right hand, grab the outside of that right foot. Extend that left arm straight out in front of you. And then as you're ready, start to lift up. Pace yourself. So you never have to jump right to the fullest, deepest expression in the pose. You can let it evolve. You can let it be organic. But eventually you're allowing that left leg to lift off the ground. Good, and you're spiraling that inner left thigh up to the sky, so that outer left foot wrapping down. Good, take one last inhale there, find the peak of the wave, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Woo. Extend those arms straight behind you, and then lift your chest, lift your legs up. Shavasana, the Locust Pose. Now this series is so important for that spine. It's the opposite of what you do when you're texting and when you're working on a computer and when you're eating and when you're driving a car and all those other times in our life where we're in that hunch forward bend. You're doing the opposite. You're strengthening those muscles that run along your spinal column. Now bend those feet in, reach back and grab the outer edges of the feet. Make sure your knees don't open up wider than your hips, so your knees are the same width as your two sit bones. And then with those knees drawing slightly in, start to draw the shins back. Lift that chest off the mat, keep the chin slightly down. Yeah, keep that neck long. Press those shoulder blades into the back of the heart. Take one last inhale, bow, don your asana. And then legs back, arms back, Locust Pose, Shavasana, still lifted, still breathing. Good, almost there. Reach those arms straight out in front of you. Superhero pose for 5. Good, breathe deep for 4. Stay strong and calm for 3, because you got this for 2. Take one last inhale, pull it out, lift it up. Exhale, set the hands down, release. Woo, Cobra Pose, inhale, the heart so high to the sky. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Oh, who knew that a bhakti class could be so physically challenging, huh? From downward facing dog, slide forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Let's bring those 2 feet together, spin onto the outer edge of the right foot. Side plank pose, just lean into that right hand. Reach that left arm all the way to the sky. Good, now with control, with mindfulness, just start to lift your left foot up about a foot or 2. So left leg lifts up. Now in slow-mo, start to bend the left knee and drop the left foot onto the ground behind you. And then start to rotate your front body up towards the sky as you root down through that right hand. So you're creating that arch. Good, you're in what we call wild thing pose. Belly up, that whole spine just opening up as that left arm reaches forward. Good, now reversing that. Bring that left arm back up. Slowly bring that left leg back around. Take a goodbye inhale there. And then left hand to the ground. Plank position. Take one inhale there, drop the right knee onto the ground, lift the left leg up, and then extend your right arm straight out in front of you, sunbird, spinal balance. Keep that breath steady, both hips even, both hips are in that neutral rotation, so your left hip, same level as your right hip. Start to bend that left foot in, reach back with your right hand, and grab that foot. Very similar to belly archer, similar to bow pose. Now you're doing the half bow. So use the physics of counter resistance to draw the left shin back, but hold firm and solid with that right hand and start to bow open through your spine, through your torso. Good, breathe into the depth of your heart. breathe into the middle of your lungs. Take one last inhale, half bow, and then left leg back, right arm straight out in front of you. Take a goodbye inhale, pull it out, lift it up. Exhale, set it down, tabletop pose. Step back to plank, upper push-up position as we now set up for 5 yogi-style push-ups. If you want, drop the knees and modify. It's all good. Inhale down, chaturanga to lower. Plank pose, exhale, press. Inhale, 4 more. Exhale, rise up, 3 more. Inhale with a little joy. Exhale, 2 to go. Inhale, you got this. Exhale, press, 1 more time. Inhale down, exhale, rise. Now hold there, take an inhale, plank. And then exhale, lower, slow, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale, embrace the fire. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. And then exhale, right foot, top of the mat, runner's lunge. Crescent pose. Both arms all the way up to the sky. Good, you guys. Take an inhale, reach up to those arms, and then hands to prayer position as you bring it back to the foundation of this class, back to that heart. Now in a few moments, we're gonna do the Tai Chi variation where we open the hands out, but when we bring the hands back together, we're gonna do it on Yang. So coming back to that mantra. So here we go. Inhale, open the hands out. Yang. Inhale, open. Yang. One more time. Inhale. Yang. Circle those arms up to the sky, inhale. And then warrior 2 on the exhale, back foot flat. Straighten your right knee, right leg. Turn the right foot in parallel to the left foot, facing the left side of the space. Reach those arms up to the sky, inhale. Hands to the lower back as if you're about to do a camel pose. So you'll take the heel of your hand there, and you'll bring it right above that sacral ridge, right into the lower back. You can do fingers down, fingers up, whatever feels right. Creating that brace of support, start to elevate your chest up. Start to lean back. Draw your inner elbows towards each other, taking a few breaths there. At this point in the class, you may notice how your lungs are so open, and somehow you've created more and more room for more and more of that breath, that life force to move into the body. The beautiful thing is, the more life force that we're able to generate, then the more we can give back to others. Take one last inhale there, and then fold over and down on the exhale. Let the hands slide down the outer legs all the way to the outer feet, or you could even hook your big toes. First 2 fingers if you like. Just get a good wide grip. And then on an inhale, extend the heart up and out. And then fold on the exhale, bending the elbows, curling the chin in, perhaps closing the eyes, and bringing that awareness back inward inside. For the whole duration of this class, I don't have to worry about running an errand. I don't have to worry about writing an email or going to work or preparing food for my loved ones. This is time solely devoted to me. Devotion to taking care of myself. Because we all know we can't give to others what we don't have to give. So this is the time to give back to ourselves. Slide those hands all the way back up to your hips, to your waist. Pressing through the feet, leading through the heart. Inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Good, hold for the exhale. Now inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. And then hands to reverse prayer. once again. So palms together on the back, or you can bring your hands to fists, whatever you like here. Take a moment, get those hands set. And then from here, we'll take the right toes and we'll angle the right toes forward. Take your back left toes and angle those slightly forward. If you need to, you can even bring that back left foot slightly forward. Now keep the chest facing over towards the left side of the space so your lower body looks like you're about to do a triangle pose. Hands stay as is. Start to lean the torso forward, but keep that chest facing over towards the left. So essentially your left shoulder and your left ribs are rotating up to the sky. You're drawing that back and you're remembering that you have that little micro bend in that right knee. Very, very subtle. Beautiful, you guys. Now staying with that breath, start to bend that front right knee, right thigh, and then shift up into a half moon variation with the hands still in reverse prayer. So your heart's extending forward, your left leg's driving back with length, your left hip is rotating up, your left ribs are rotating up, and if you fall, it's all good. Just fall with devotion. From here, drop the right hand down, reach the left arm to the sky, half moon. You could always place a block underneath the right hand if you like. Good, and with your bottom right leg solid and strong, and with that mind quiet and calm, and with that heart as wide as the world, start to bend that back left foot in and reach back with your left hand and grab the left foot, Chapasana. Now this may be enough for you, this may be plenty. Option if you want to do a double reach Chapasana. And that's where you take your bottom right hand and you reach back and you grab that left foot with both of your hands. So then you're only balancing on your right foot, right leg. But if you can, keep that left chest turning open. So that left rib is rolling open to the sky as if you're leaning up against the wall on your right side. Good, breathe. Oh, beautiful, you guys. Now slowly drop the right hand down. Come back to the half moon, left leg back, left arm up. Put a little bit into that bottom right knee, and then float step back to warrior two. Stick that landing. Now reverse the warrior. Inhale, come back, and then exhale, vinyasa. Windmill those arms and lower all the way down in that devotional flow. Inhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose. Out the mouth, let it go. Oh, beautiful, you guys. One last standing series, and then we're coming down onto the mat, and we do have a nice little indulgent floor series for you. So just knowing what's coming around the corner. Let's see if we can just finish this class beautifully, beautifully strong, but in the most elegant of ways. Shift forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Bring the feet together side by side. Spin onto the outer blade of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top, side plank pose. Good, and then in slow motion, start to lift that right foot, right leg up. In slow mo, start to bend the right knee, release the right foot onto the floor behind you. And then leaning into that left hand, start to lift your navel, your chest, your ribs to the sky. And again, can you feel that Vijnana Vayu, that outward flow of vitality of life force? That's the gift of the backward bend. It expands everything. Good, now right arm comes back up to the sky. Right leg slowly back around, side plank. Take an inhale there with control. Exhale, drop the right hand down slow, plank pose. Take one inhale to organize. Drop the left knee down. Lift the right leg up. Extend the left arm straight out in front of you. Sunbird spinal balance. In this one, remember your right hip, the same axis as your left hip. Good. Now start to bend that back right foot in. Reach back and grab that with your left hand. And then feel the arc of the pose. So every pose has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And if you think about it, all things in the material world also have an arc, a beginning, a middle, and an end. But it's all impermanent. The Buddha called this anicca. This too shall pass. Take one last inhale, Ardha Dhanurasana. Right leg back, left arm straight out in front of you. Take an inhale to pull it out and lift it a little if you like. Set it down, tabletop pose. Step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. As we now set up for 5 yogi style push-ups because this is advanced yoga sequencing. Inhale down, chaturanga. Exhale, push it up. Good, inhale, drop low. Exhale, 3 to go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, cycle 4. Exhale means only 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Hold there. Take an inhale, plank. And then exhale, lower slow without collapsing. Take a huge inhale, cobra flow. Exhale, down dog. Now left leg lifts up, inhale. Top of that mat, exhale, stay on back toes. Crescent pose. Go ahead and float those arms all the way up to the sky. And with the body in a state of balance, just take an inhale, reach it up. Hands to prayer, back to the heart. As we set up for yoga tai chi again with that mantra yam. Feel that vibration. Inhale, open the hands out. Yam. Inhale, open. Yam. One more time. Inhale. Yam. Circle those arms up on the inhale. Warrior 2, spin the back foot flat. Oh. Go ahead and straighten your left knee, left leg. Turn the left foot in parallel to the right. Take an inhale, lift those arms up to the sky. Hands behind the lower back, interlace. Take a huge inhale, pull the chest up, lean back, and then fold all the way over and down. And just feel that gratitude right now. I mean, here I am moving through this training, learning about advanced sequencing, getting to move through these nice long practices. You know, it's not every day that I get 90 minutes to do this stuff. And then I'm also learning the formula. I'm learning there's a formula to sequence to a theme and to integrate all these different holistic elements into the physical practice so that it addresses every dimension of me. And when I learn that for myself, then I can pass it on to others. I can pass it on to my students. So what a blessing it is to get to spend this time together. Take a goodbye inhale there, and then hands to the hips on the exhale. Leading through the heart, inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And then exhale, spread those arms out wide like a T. Turn the left toes forward. Angle the back right toes slightly forward. If you need to, you could scoot the back foot in a couple of inches closer. Now from here, go ahead and reach those arms all the way up to the sky on an inhale. And then reverse prayer or double fist bump. So take a few moments, get those hands set. Start to slide those hands up. And if you're like me, this is a challenging one. You know, it's got your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your inner chest. There's a lot going on here. So you just do what you can do. And whatever you can do is fine. It's perfect. You work with what you have going on in your body right here, right now. Now, keeping that chest facing towards the right side of your mat, start to lean forward and lean forward. Good, now remember, your right shoulder and your right ribs are still rolling open towards the sky. So you're not allowing the right chest to collapse down. Keeping all of that, now start to bend the left knee on an inhale, shift up on the exhale, balancing on your left foot, left leg, and immediately you might do a breath check. Did I hold my breath? Did I stifle my breath? Because if I did, I stifled my power. The more contracted the breath becomes, the more limited my power becomes. So I never want to breathe less. I always want to breathe more. Now, as you're ready, drop the left hand down towards the floor. Peter already did it. Take that right arm, reach it to the sky. His body said enough of that last one. So here I am, Chandrasana, the back right leg long and strong. And it's as if you're leaning up against an imaginary wall on your left side. Good, you could stay here, or Chapasana if you want, where you bend the back right foot in and you reach back and you grab it with the right hand. You could stay there, or you could do a double reach, so the left hand reaches back and grabs that right foot as well, a little double Chapasana, but still keeping that right chest, right shoulder rolling open. And again, if you do happen to fall, it's all good, especially if you fall with awareness. Remember, form and content. The content is having the right attitude. Good, now, Chandrasana, right leg back, right arm to the sky. Start bending that left knee and then float, step back to Warrior Two. And then finally, last standing pose, inhale, put it all into reverse, the reverse warrior. And then exhale, vinyasa, windmill and cartwheel and lower down in that sweet bhakti flow. Huge inhale, chest and shoulders do roll. Exhale, you made it. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Enjoy this last down dog of the class. Take a goodbye inhale there, and then relax the knees all the way down to the mat on the out breath. Crawl the knees forward towards the top of the mat, cross the feet behind you, release down onto your sit bones. Extend your left leg straight out in front of you. Bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left eye. Setting up for Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Take those arms, reach those up, little twist and turn to the left as you inhale. And then fold over and down on the exhale. Oh. There's a story about God right after he created humans, realized that he had just made a huge mistake. So he summoned all of his wisest elders to join him for a special emergency council. And he explained to them, I think I made a big mistake, because now these humans are always going to be talking to me and trying to find me and asking me questions and asking me for things. What am I going to do? Where can I hide? So they all started to brainstorm, almost like a little heaven think tank. And they thought, well, you could maybe hide on top of Mount Everest. They'll never find you there. Or maybe you could hide deep inside of a cave. Or maybe you could hide on the moon. Or better yet, maybe you could even hide some faraway galaxy. But God said, no. They'll eventually find me in all those places. We gotta think of somewhere better. They all sat quietly for a few minutes, just thinking and thinking. And then suddenly God leapt up out of his chair and declared, I know where I'll hide. I'll hide inside the human heart. Most will never look for me there. The divine doesn't exist outside of me so much as it already exists inside of me. Right there inside of the heart. And this is why some of the most beautiful moments of my life have been linked to those feelings of compassion, connection, kindness. Again, that bridge to that big, big self. From here, slowly ease your way all the way back up. Take the right hand, bring it onto the ground behind you. Turn the right fingertips away from the body, and then lean back onto that right hand. Inhale, lift the hips up. Extend that left arm all the way up and back, similar to the Wild Thing pose, but a little more gentle. And then exhale, lower slowly back down. A couple more like that. Inhale, we pulse up, feel the Vyana, feel the outward flow. And then exhale, lower down, lower slow. Good, one more time, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Reach forward, grab your right ankle, place it on top of your left knee, left thigh, setting up for double-seated pigeon. Or you could always modify it by coming to Sukhasana with the right shin crossed in front of the left shin. When you're ready, reach those arms all the way back up to the sky. And then go ahead and fold all the way down until your body says, hey, that's enough. And now we give the largest joint in the body a little bit of devotion, a little bit of love. I mean, when you think about it, chances are your body parts have been yearning for a moment just like this, where you weren't distracted, where you weren't thinking about a million other things, and where it could finally get your complete, undivided attention. And when you take care of it, it takes care of you. For 90 minutes, I'm just taking care of my body, showing it a little bit of well-deserved love. Slowly ease your way all the way back up. Extend those legs straight out in front of you along the mat. Keep the right leg extended out straight, and when you're ready, start to draw your left foot, the sole of the foot, high up to that inner right thigh. And then on an inhale, reach those arms up, little twist over to the right. And then go ahead and fold all the way over and down on the out breath. As you allow that outer left hip to draw down, and that torso just folding out over that leg. Last couple of breaths there. Good, you guys. That's it for that one. Go ahead and ease your way all the way back up. Bring the left hand onto the ground behind you, left fingertips turned away. And then on the inhale, lean back, lift the hips off the mat, right arm reaching all the way up and back. And then exhale, lower slow, hips to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, last one. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Grab your left foot as you're ready. Place that on top of your right ankle or cross the left shin in front of the right if you'd like to modify. Double seated pigeon. Inhale, arms come all the way up. And then exhale, fold over and down. Good. Slowly exit your way all the way back up. Extend your legs straight out in front of you along your yoga mat. Go ahead and release all the way down onto your back. As you come down onto the back, reach forward, grab the shins, draw the knees and thighs in, give the lower back a little gentle rock side to side. Coming back to where we began the practice, both feet flat on the ground, knees to the sky, setting up for bridge, Setu Bandhasana. With the feet pressing down, go ahead and lift your hips off the ground. Tuck the shoulders underneath the upper back. So right and left shoulders kind of tuck underneath. If it feels right, you can interlace the fingers, but option also grab the ankles. You could grab the outer edges of the mat if your shoulders feel tight or maybe extra broad. You could bend the elbows into what we call robot arms, fingertips to the sky, backs of the arms pressing down. And you breathe all the way down into the belly. Bridge pose. Feel free to stay in bridge, or if you'd like a deeper backward bend from here, you can bring your hands back by your ears, setting up for upward bow, sometimes known as the wheel pose. So you take an inhale to get set, and then as you exhale, press into the hands and arc the whole front of the body up to the sky, remembering that you're spiraling those inner thighs towards each other. And as those inner thighs draw towards each other, keeping that space there in the lower back. So imagine you have a block between your inner legs, your thighs, and you're squeezing that block, engaging the adductors. And you can come up onto the tips of the toes if you like, either bridge or upward bow. Take a final goodbye inhale there. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto your back. Grab the shins, draw the knees, draw the thighs in. Slide the hands down the legs, grab the outer edges of the feet, and lift the soles of the feet up to the sky for the happy baby pose, pulling your thighs down, sinking into the hips. If you'd like a little more massage, you could always rock gently side to side here. Then we'll hook the big toes with the first two fingers and then open the legs out to a straddle stretch. Stretching out to the inner legs, the inner thighs. And then both legs back together side by side on an inhale. And then rock your legs all the way up over your head towards the back of the space. Plow pose, Halasana, which is really the perfect complement to all the backward bends that you've done throughout this practice. It's moving your spine in the exact opposite direction. For whatever reason, shoulder stand doesn't feel right for you, you could always come to supported bridge or supported shoulder stand with the block underneath the lower back. Otherwise, hands to the lower back, and then both legs float all the way up to the sky. And then feeling the geometry of the pose, the ankles above the knees above the hips above the triceps. So as the weight does come down with the inversion, it's all being supported by the shoulders, the triceps, the elbows, and next to nothing in the neck. Take a last inhale there, stretch up through those toes. Plow pose, bring the legs back up over your head. Extend the arms straight out in front of you along your yoga mat. Begin to slowly roll out through every vertebra of the spine. And as you roll out, see if you can go ahead and roll all the way up to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. If you like, you can even sit on top of a block. We will be here for maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes or so as we now set up for a little meditation. Take a few moments to get your body comfortable, to get your body set up, resting your hands on your knees or your lap, wherever it feels right for you. Closing the eyes, bringing the awareness inward inside as we continue this theme of devotion. See if you can bring into your heart, bring into your mind, again, that person or that group of people or that place that you dedicated this practice to. You might have a mental picture, a mental image, or even a mind movie. If it's a place on the planet, you may imagine that on a map or on a globe. Holding that image, silently begin to repeat the phrase, "May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you live with peace. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you live with peace." So on your own, just sending these phrases of compassion, devoting this goodness that exists right in the middle of your chest and your heart, without expecting anything back in return, the true definition of unconditional love. As you continue to repeat these phrases, if any emotions arise for you, this is very, very normal. Just trust that whatever arises is meant to be expressed and meant to be felt. There's tremendous intelligence and wisdom within our emotions. So nothing to push away, nothing to hold on to, but to just keep repeating. May you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with peace. And then allow those phrases to slowly fade away. Allow any images to also fade away as well, just clearing the sky of your awareness. And then now, see if you can visualize an image of yourself as you are right here, right now, in this moment. Seeing yourself as clearly and vividly as you can. And then beginning to repeat those same phrases. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with peace. As you send these phrases of compassion to yourself, which is so important because the circle of compassion is broken if it doesn't also include ourselves. For some of us, this may be hard, it may be difficult and challenging to extend this towards ourselves. But again, whatever you feel, whatever your experience is, I invite you to just simply be with it. You don't even need to judge it or criticize it or wish it to be anything other than what it organically is. Extending yourself the healing medicine of compassion. Nice and easily allow those phrases to subside. Allow those images to also fade away. And just know the power of the mind in accordance with the power of the heart is unlimited in scope. And when the mind and the heart find coherence, the power of what we're doing becomes so magnificent. The last part of this meditation is now to imagine, to see, to visualize the entire world. Moving from your immediate environment to your community, your town, your state, your province, your country, your continent, eventually the whole entire world, the whole entire planet. And repeating those same phrases. May you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with peace. May all life and all beings everywhere receive this powerful intention of loving kindness. Take a last minute or so here. Beautiful. Allow those phrases to slowly fade away. Allow the images to also fade away. In this space that you found for yourself and connected to, slowly release all the way down onto your back to a last comfortable cross-legged seated position. And then all the way down onto the ground, Shavasana. Open the legs, open the arms. Take these last few minutes here now to slip deep to the heart and soul of the practice. Shavasana. to the body, back to the breath. Bringing with you whatever it is that you dropped into. Go ahead and reach the arms all the way up over your head towards the back of the space, interlacing the fingers, stretching the whole body out. Reach the hands forward, grab the shins, draw the knees back into the belly. Gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a last final cross-legged seated position where we'll seal the practice by bringing the hands to prayer position in front of the heart one last final time. And sealing the practice with 3 last shantis, the Sanskrit word for peace. One last Om, so join in as it feels right for you. Shanti. And namaste.
All right, everybody, congratulations. You made it through that epic long masterclass. I want to thank you for your practice. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you were able to sweat with soul and to find a little bit of devotion in motion. If you're interested in studying more and doing our online teacher trainings, interdimensionacademy.com. That link is available down below for you. And whether we see you there or I see you back here on YouTube, until next time, much health, much wealth, much love to you, and namaste.